everybody, welcome back to my channel, Fixing It Up with Sandra. In case you're new here, I'm Sandra, and today we are going to be making a really fun graduation wreath. Now, I do have to say I am feeling under the weather, but I really wanted to film this wreath because I am super anxious to make it because it's going to be so adorable. So we're going to work through it. We're going to work through my coughing and all of that to get this adorable wreath made. And it's a mix of everything. It's a mix of stuff, mesh that I've had for quite some time, stuff that I got from the dollar store, Christmas ribbon. It's a whole blend of things. So see what you can find at your local Dollar Tree and then see what you have at home, and let's get this wreath made. So I'm going to go ahead and point the camera down and we are going to get started. All right, so I already have, as you can see, my wreath frame prepped, but I'm going to go over all of that. I'm actually looking, there it is, because I got this frame from Michael's. So it's different than the Dollar Tree frame, and I'll show you how the spacing looks. It's a lot closer together. Excuse me. This is the 18-inch. It's this one right here. I just want to show you it. But it is slightly different, but you can do the same thing that I'm doing right here. And let me just count one. So we have 18 pipe cleaners on here. I'm using the gold pipe cleaners because we're going to be doing black, gold, and white. And what I did is on every crossbar, which means this bar that goes down the across the circle, I put a pipe cleaner there, and then one in the center, and then another pipe cleaner on the center two bars. Okay, that's where I put my pipe cleaners, and I went all the way around. And in case, I've said this in most of my videos, in case you're wondering why I placed my pipe cleaners where I did, there's absolutely no reason. It's just something that I thought would look good, so that's why I spaced it the way that I did. So if you want to add more or less, it's totally your preference. I have my drink right here just to keep my throat hydrated, but it's totally up to you. So I'm using a 21-inch roll of mesh, and this is a really pretty black and gold. Now I have two of these. I have two that I must have made a wreath for probably for Halloween using this, and I do have leftovers. So I'm not using one roll specifically. So we'll see if I need to dip into that second roll. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is bunch up my mesh. And like I said, this is 21 inches. You can shop the craft outlet or the wreath shop for this type of mesh if you can't find it at your local, like Michael's, or I don't even know if Hobby Lobby sells a 21-inch mesh. But what you're going to do is you're going to lay this in one of your pipe cleaners and just give it a couple of twists like so. And if you really want to secure this on here, you can go over it with a pipe cleaner. I'm just going to cut this end off just so I don't have to worry about it. And you know what? I am going to show you what to do if you decide that you want to secure that with a zip tie. I'm looking at it and I can't even think of the name. So what I have is it on here. It's on here right now. And I'm just going to take this zip tie and go over my mesh. Over my pipe cleaner. I'm not going to cut my pipe cleaner, okay? And I'm just going to double down on this. This is just going to give it some extra hold. Pull it really tight. Go ahead and clip that off at the very base. Now, we're going to want our pipe cleaners long. So make sure you're using the whole, 12-inch pipe cleaners. And those are the ones that you can get from the dollar store, because we're going to be adding some tubing and whatnot. It's going to be super fun. And because this is a celebration wreath, we are adding all the trinkets, we're adding all the glitter, the fun, everything. So get your hot glue guns ready, because that is what we're going to do. Okay, so now that I have this secured, we're going to do the poof method all the way around. This is what I typically do, okay? I hold my mesh, pull it roughly to my elbow, okay? I'm not going to go to my elbow just quite. I'm probably going to pull it about 12 to 13 inches, okay? Why? Because I want to. So that is why. No other reason. Actually, let's do 14 to 15, okay? And so we're going to go ahead and place this in our next pipe cleaner. Now, you have a couple of options. So you have this big poof. You can see that it's kind of like, overlapping. Now, you can totally leave it like this, totally up to you. Or you can pull it open and make it like just wham, just like this big old nice poof like so, okay? And you can do that as you go, or you can go all the way around your wreath and then go back and open them up. Again, it's totally your preference. Now, with this, so I did, this wreath behind me, and I'll show you. I'm still not happy with it. I'm going to fix it. I just haven't had the time. But I did do a big wreath with the dollar store frame. Now, here's the difference. The dollar store frame is a little bit wider. So we did 2 rows. We did like a top row, and then we did a bottom row, where I started on the inside and added the mesh, and then I went on the outside and then finished it all the way up. Now, as you can see, it's totally different on here. If you want to watch that one, I believe it's the Welcome to Our Roost video, and you can see, I'll link it in the description box. Let me just say, I'm not happy with how the wreath turned out. I've been studying it, trying to figure out how I'm going to fix it, but you'll see the different method when it comes to an 18-inch wreath frame from the one from Michael's versus the one that you get from the dollar store. And again, you can do this style on the dollar store wreath frame. It's, again, totally up to you. I just want you to see the 2 different ways. So, all right. And again, and when you're doing this, I like to make sure that my edges are down. I just don't want them sticking up. So this is just gonna go around here. And like I said, we're gonna be adding tubing. We're going to be adding, pardon me, I'm just going to let this hang off, kind of move everything out of the way, roll up my sleeves. Let's get in here. Okay. And like so. All right. And so you can see it's pretty basic. I'm moving kind of slow right now just because my energy is really low. This is the first time I've had a head cold, this kind of sickness, since all of my cancer treatments. And I have to say I was terrified when I started to get sick because I didn't know how my body was going to react. I am about 5 months out of treatment. No. Yeah, 5 months out of treatment. And so I was still worried, but I seem to be handling it pretty okay. I'm just really tired. So, all right. And I like pulling these apart as I'm going along, just so I can see like how it's looking, And it's looking really pretty. This would be a great like New Year's Eve color. And I was really happy that I was able to use this mesh because like I said, it looks like we've only dipped into that second roll because I have 2 rolls that are, well, half used. And I'm really trying to lower the amount of half-used rolls. So you're going to be seeing a lot of tutorials where we're using those kind of half-used. Maybe we're going to blend some colors together. You never know. I did a really fun, I think it was Halloween or maybe Mardi Gras or Day of the Dead. That's what it was. And we did a couple of rolls that were half-used in different colors. It was really fun. We've got to do that again. All right, so we get down towards the bottom or to the end of the roll, and yeah, and if you forget to go to your elbow or you're not measuring it exact, because like I said, we're just kind of winging it. We're just you know, like I said, measuring roughly to your elbow or close enough. Nobody's gonna know, so this is why I like this. Like, there's nothing that has to be 100% precise. So when you get to the end of the roll, it's kind of got a mind of its own, so it's trying to do its thing. So now, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. Clearly there's not enough to do another poof, so I'm gonna go ahead, excuse me, cut this off, and I think I will do another zip tie because we are going to be putting, pardon me, my throat is really tickling right now. So I think I will grab another zip tie, and I'm using the color black, and I got these zip ties from the Dollar Tree only because we're going to place the start of this mesh into the same pipe cleaner and just want to make sure that it doesn't come apart. So again, we're gonna, you know, do what we did in the beginning. Toss that over the edge a little bit. All right, and just to make this much easier before I even open that zip tie, I'm gonna go ahead and try to make this as even as possible. We're gonna tuck that over here. All right, oh, this one. And then go ahead and place your new start in that zip, in this pipe cleaner, and then let's go ahead and zip tie that, just because we have double the amount of mesh in it. And again, you don't want this to come apart on the customer. All right, it's on there good now. And again, don't cut your pipe cleaners. All right, let's finish this wreath off. We're just about done, and this is going to be such a fun wreath. I love doing a wreath with trinkets and mesh tubing, and I don't know if we've done a wreath with mesh tubing here lately, so if you've not known what to do with it, again, I got this, and I got them from the Dollar Tree throughout the year. I like to, as many crafters do, collect throughout the year. And so we've got some really, we got white, black, and gold that we're going to be adding to here. And it's just a fun substitute, in my opinion, for ribbon. Although we are going to be using, we're going to be making a really cool bow. So we will be using ribbon for sure. Oh, and I got an Amazon notification. All right, we're getting to the end. I just want to make sure that we have enough to go the distance. And I'm so happy that we are able to use up both of these rolls out of my closet. And it looks like we will literally have just enough. And again, because I used partial rolls, I could not tell you how much exactly I use. So it's, I'm probably going to say, memory serves me right, when I did a 21-inch, 18-inch frame, 21-inch mesh up to my elbows, I had to use a little over 1 roll. Pardon me. And that was the Welcome to Our Roost wreath that I, like I said, I used little over a roll. So just to be safe, if you're able to do, purchase 2 rolls just to be safe. But if you have little arms, or, you know, maybe it might work if you're not doing such big poofs. But for me, when I was doing, like I said, up to my elbows, that's what I use. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to open up the poofs that I haven't done already. All right. And this is probably one of my favorite styles. I say that about every style, but this is probably one of my favorite styles of wreath to make, just because it's so simple. There's no cutting, very beginner friendly. You make a mistake, you just undo your zip tie, your pipe cleaner, and you can fix it. And if you don't like it, you can completely unravel it and then do something super different. All right, here we go. We're getting there, and we're getting there. All right, we have this beautiful poof wreath with the black and gold. And all right, let me show you what we're going to be adding to the wreath. Okay, so this is the sign that I got. There's your sign. We're doing this. And the reason why I really like that this is black, gold, and white is because we have multiple schools here in our town or our community. And so this doesn't have to be school specific. So you're able to sell it to anybody. So if you can, try to go with a neutral color like this. So we're gonna be using this right here. And I got these cute, like, they're like little tennis ball guys. We're gonna put those on there. We're gonna do some glitter balls right here. And I've got some gold and black stars right here. And then, like I said, we are going to be doing mesh tubing right here. So let's see. Excuse me. I'm trying to think of what we're going to do first. All right, let me just go ahead and maybe we'll do the sign. Let's do the sign first, okay? And this is going to be a simple, I've got these little gold glitter balls everywhere. This is going to be a simple glue on sign. We're not going to add any wire to it or anything like that. I'm just going to simply glue it on like so. So I'm going to put this, flip it over. This is how I used to do it. Flip it over, add some glue, and this glue gun, the glue is skin peeling hot, and I'm not even joking. It will take the skin right off your fingers. It has done it to me. So I still have scars on my hands from it. So we're gonna just do like so. Okay. Now to make sure that this does not, like, the glue doesn't completely fall through the wreath, we're going to center it like so, but then we are going to flip this over. Now this is where I can really see like what's actually touching the sign, and you know, it's just an easier way to see how your sign is being attached. Now you can still do the pipe cleaners and all of that, but I just thought, let's just do old school. And like so. Okay, we're gonna flip this back over. All right, I'm pretty happy with how this is on here. All right, now I've got this still heating up. So now we're gonna work on our little graduation guys, which again, I think are so adorable. I got these from the dollar store. I probably should have grabbed more, but oh well. It is what it is. All right, and again, I'm just making sure that all of this is still attached. All right, I'm just making sure that my wreath frame is actually, or my sign is actually attaching to the mesh underneath. And now that the glue has cooled down some, I can put this over and actually push the mesh into the glue, because now it's just tacky. All right. There we go. There we go. I know it looks a little, you're like, probably it's easier just to do the pipe cleaners and whatnot, but again, we're doing this old school style right now. All right, there we go. All right, so I know it's attached to the mesh, so good for us. All right, now we're going to attach these little guys. Now I'm going to do like a triangle because we only have 3. So that one's going to go there. And I wanted to start with the bigger trinkets because then we can work our way around with the smaller ones. Okay, so we got that one. Let's see. This guy right there. And then maybe, okay, perfect. I'm really excited about this wreath. I think it's going to come out super stinking cute. There we go. And one more. And these are super light. They almost remind me of like a tennis thing that I can't think of the name of it. The little thing that you hit when you play tennis. The birdie, I think is what it's called. Probably completely wrong. All right. So now that we've got our little guys on here, we're going to go next with our stars. Okay. I might just stay right there. And again, if you want to make like a New Year's Eve wreath, right now is the time to grab this kind of stuff because it may or may not come around in December, in December. So plan ahead, especially with the dollar store stuff, because sometimes they just get it in once and then that's it. So right now, as you can see, we're just putting on these stars, and my glue gun, it just, like I said, it runs very hot. So normally these would immediately stick, but the glue is so hot that it takes a minute. And I'm gonna, after we get these on, I wanna back up so you can see what these look like on here. Super stinking cute. And like I said, this wreath is gonna have all kinds of trinkets all over it. We're gonna do, it's gonna be just gaudy. It's a celebration wreath, and so that's how come it should be gaudy. It should scream, look at me, congratulations, all of that. All right, and we're gonna use, for the most part, I think we're gonna use every single star. All right. I'm going to pick it up here in just a second, and I'm going to show you what we have so far. All right, guys, so I wanted to show you what it looks like so far with these little graduation cuties on there, right? And yes, Nugget has joined the wreath making session. And then we've got some stars right here. But like I said, we're not done. We're going to keep adding all of these stars. I just want to fill this whole thing up. And let's see if Nug, she's liking the stars. So, so yes, we're going to move this over here. Oh, and let me point the camera down again. So like I said, we're going to continue on with the stars. Nugget. And what else? And then we are going to do a bow. So make sure that you leave space. I just remember that. We're going to do a bow kind of right up there. So I'm going to start, I know, Nana. I know. She is a very, very sweet, loving cat. She wants hugs. Hold on, Nana. Hold on. All right, we're just about done. And from what I know, a lot of you guys like adding trinkets to your wreath. I know Nanek. She does this where she's like trying to get my attention. All right, a couple more, and we're gonna start adding our tubing. And like I said, it's just like, to me, it's just like a substitute for ribbon. And it's one of Nugget's favorite things to, I know, to play with. So we're gonna let that cool for a second, and we're gonna bring out our tubing. Again, this is what I got during St. Patty's Day. So I got the gold, the white, and the black. No, Nugget, no, no, no. And I think we're gonna do 5. We're gonna do 5 sets of this. All right. I love adding tubing to a wreath. And this one I think I must have got during Halloween. It's got like a different texture to it. Okay, so what I like to do is I'm gonna make kind of a big circle, like so, And then, see, maybe a little bit smaller. Okay, that's the length I'm gonna want it. Okay, so here's my length, and I don't know, probably 24 inches. And we're just gonna measure our white, and it doesn't have to be 100% exact. See, she's already trying. Stop, Nugget. And then we're gonna blend it with the gold. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take each color, okay? This is the easiest way to do it. Take the two ends, cross them so you have a circle, okay? Take the center, bring it down to where it's pinched. This is what you have, okay? Do the same thing with your white, like so. Cross it, like so, you got a circle. Do the center. Again, with the gold, pinch it, and then pinch it again like this, and then in the center, like that. Okay, so you have this loopy little thing. Now you're gonna pick, I'm gonna do in the shape of like a star. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna do it right here. And it doesn't have to be exact placement, but you know what I mean. All right, so we're gonna play, no. Nuggie. Okay, and then it's kind of like this. I'm gonna show you here in just a second. So you have that like so. All right, oh, you know what I should have done? I just realized. I'm gonna actually undo this. This is what happens when I try to film and I'm sick. All right, I need at least, so we're just gonna redo that whole one, but I need to measure. Okay, so let's do this once again. All right, so there's 1, because we're gonna do 5. So I will be back when I have all 5 cut. I'm not gonna bore you with watching me do this because it's very simple. All right, guys, I have all of my tubing cut. So we're gonna go ahead and start this process all over again. Got 1. And like I said, this kind of replaces ribbon. Now you can order, so they do carry this at the Dollar Tree, but you can order some really cool ones like on the Wreath shop. The Craft Outlet, and they have some really pretty ones. They have some really cool ones, especially for Christmas. I really like to get like, they have like the candy cane swirl looking one, and they just have really fun colors. All right, so we've got that, and so then let's go ahead. Like I said, we're going to do it in like a star shape. So there's 1, and tubing kind of has a mind of its own, so don't worry if it's doing like laying in its own direction. It's supposed to be kind of, you know, a little wonky, but all right, there you go. Oop. There we go. And I'm watching Nugget very closely. So 1, 2. All right. And again, this is another reason why we're keeping our pipe cleaners long. If you wanted to put way more mesh tubing on here, feel free to do so. It's such a cute addition to a wreath, especially like a celebration wreath. Like I said, I love adding all kinds of trinkets to one of those, like let's just say a party wreath. That's what it is, a party wreath. All right. And there you go. And there you go. All right, so we got 1, 2, right here. And I got to remember that we're adding ribbon to the top. So I want to make sure that I leave a space and that it's not covered by my tubing. Okay, and then, perfect. We're just about done. And Nugget's been very patient with me because because I know that this stuff is her favorite. She actually, if I leave my office door open, she comes in, and if she has access to the tubing, she will take it out and drag it to her little play area. All right, so then this one's gonna kind of go towards the very top right here. And I don't know what everybody's graduation, but I think a lot of people graduate at the end of May. I know it's different for everybody, but I want to say here they graduate at the end of May. And this is a cool graduation gift. If I was giving to this somebody personally, I think it would be really cute to like tie some money on here, because you know how they do like those lays with like the money and the candy. I think it would be really cool to do a wreath like this. And maybe somebody could like fasten it to their car or whatnot. But yeah, I think it would be really cool to do like one of those. You're gonna have to excuse me for 1 second. Thank God for editing. Okay, so I'm back. Now let's do this final tubing on there. All right, and we're still not done because we're still gonna add some of those gold beads. But what do you think so far? Super cute. Again, very celebration, all of that. It just screams party. And I want this wreath to be very full. Like, not only are we going to put a bow on here, but I just want it to be, you know, full. And the great thing about this one, I just thought about, if you do it like a neutral color, like the white, gold and black, this can be for college. I didn't even think about that. My mind just immediately went to high school, but it could be for anybody. And if somebody wanted to add color to it, they most definitely could. Now I'm going to put these little beads right here just to cover the holes from the string, just so you don't see them. There we go. There. And it just all blends in. And I can't wait to show you the full wreath here in just a second. And then we're going to work on our our bow. And we're going to, I know my next, she's so sweet and all she wants is hugs. Oop, we lost the ball. And we're just about finished. And like I said, it is going to be sparkling. And then afterwards, you can go through and then cut off all of the pipe cleaners once you're sure that you're not going to add anything else to this. I wait. That's like, it's the very last thing that I do because I change my mind all the time. All right, I think we are done. Okay, let me pan back so you can see exactly what this looks like. So here is our wreath. What do you think about all the little trinkets on it? Super adorable. I really do like these little graduation guys. But we've got the stars, we've got the little glitter balls, super pretty, and it's got that fun tubing. So now we're just gonna tuck this off to the side while we work on our bow, and so Nugget doesn't get into it. Okay, so now we are going to grab our Bow Dabra. Let me squeeze past here and get a zip tie. And then I'm so sweet. All right, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our zip tie. We're gonna be prepared this time, and the Bow Dabra opens up like this. We're gonna slide our zip tie in here, and we're gonna point the camera down so you guys can see me make this bow. And we're gonna do this pretty simple. We're not gonna get all fancy schmancy with it. It's gonna be a simple bow. Okay, so we have, I didn't have any graduation ribbon, nor did I see any. So we're just gonna keep it simple with this. And like I said, we're gonna do it very simple. And, oh, this is how it goes. We're gonna pinch it, and all of this is pretty much like glittery ribbon, and it's from the holidays. So normally I would, or I have, you know, done the whole loop and then, you know, twist and all that. And no, we're just gonna do it like this. And we're gonna do a little bit like this. This Bodabra really helps. Excuse me. It does come with a DVD, so you can watch how to make different types of bows, or you can go onto their YouTube channel and see how it's done. All right. Let's see, actually. I push that in here, like so, and then we're going to find the center. There we go. Perfect. And then that is going to be our kind of like what we go off, like our measuring guide. We're going to add some of this. Again, all of this is from the holidays. So I don't know if you can still find this stuff now at Michael's. There we go. But I'm super happy that I finally found purpose for all of this glitter. Okay. All right. I'm going to do it a little bit smaller than the black one. Yes, we want to right there. And then like so. All right, get this off. Make sure when you cut your ribbon that you leave enough for it to be into the, like to go into the pipe cleaner or the zip tie, whichever one you're doing. Okay, we're gonna do, let's do the white. All right, and if you've ever used like glitter ribbon, it has like a plasticky, very thick texture. So a little bit, like when you crunch it, make sure that you have it in the right spot because it holds that crunch, and like it has like the crunch memory. All right, so we're gonna put this right here. And we're going to do this the same size as the gold, approximately. And then, like so. Okay, and again, make sure you leave enough to go into the zip tie. Okay, I don't want to squish it too much. And then we're going to do black on top of that. I think we're just going to do... I really want to use this. Hold on, let me see how I'm going to do this. We might have to do the method that I don't, it's not my favorite. So we do like this, do like a smaller one, and then like so. Oh, this will be going last. Okay, that'll be my super tiny bow. If I decide to use it. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, like when we don't cut the tail, we go like this, right here, twist it right there, make this like so, put it down here, and then voila. And thankfully I had enough of that. And then last but not least, our, you know what? We're not even going to use that. Okay, we're just going to call it done with what we have. So now, make sure that your zip tie is in the correct position because we are going to slowly bring this up and bring our zip tie around to anchor all of this together. As it comes up, go ahead and close it down. You can turn the zip tie around so that one part isn't sticking forward. And there. And where did I put? There it is, my pliers. There we go. Now I'm going to do a little fluffing before I get it on my wreath. And if your pieces like stick out too far, go ahead and cut them off now that you've got it secured into the zip tie. Oh, and then I got to do my fancy tails on my ribbon. All right, there we go. Super pretty. This just reminds me of New Year's too. So I think I already have an idea now. All right. Very, very nice. Now we got to cut our fancy ends. Take a couple of seconds to do this. Just gives it an extra bit of flair when you do the ends all fancy. All right. And then now I believe we'll zip tie this, or not zip tie this on. We will use a pipe cleaner, but we might use glue as well. So let me see how I want to attach this. You know, I think before I even start, I think we're gonna go ahead and get a pipe cleaner on here. And all right, all the ends are cut. All right, looks like all the ends are cut. Okay, we're gonna grab a pipe cleaner. We're gonna wrap it around the center. And now we're gonna attach it to our wreath. There we go. Bring our wreath back over here. Move everything out of the way. And, oh my gosh, this is gonna be adorable. And I'm doing the the bow kind of up high just because I don't want it to really cover our sign. So I'm wrapping it around the frame, and I'm going to wrap it around here really good, just so, again, it doesn't come off. All right, I think we have our graduation wreath. Okay, I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what this is going to look like. Completely done. I want to hang it on the wall and replace that other one that I'm not real thrilled with. All right, you guys, what do you think of this graduation wreath? Isn't it adorable? And I have, oh, sorry, I hit Nugget in the face on accident. I love how this came out. I'm really excited about how this came out. So these cute little tennis guys, these cute, I'm just gonna call them tennis guys, but these graduation guys are so adorable. Like I said, we did 3 of them on there. I love the sign. How cute. The bow came out perfect. Everything came out perfect on this wreath. I love it. And we can see the little glitter balls, the stars, the tubing, everything. It just came out absolutely perfect. So guys, thank you so much for sticking with me during this tutorial. Like I said, I'm a little under the weather, but we got this beautiful wreath. I'm super proud of it. I can't wait to bring it to my shop tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully it'll be gone soon. But anyways, thank you so much. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know. I respond. It may take me a minute, but I will respond. And are you guys gonna make one for your graduate? And are you gonna do like the lace style, like, you know, with the candy and the money and all of that other fun stuff? So I wanna see what you guys have to say. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in my next tutorial. And until then, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because you never know when I'm gonna upload a tutorial. I'll see you guys soon.